What's going on YouTube? Brian from channel Huckster here. I guess first off, you should obviously see this is my first face reveal video. I've actually been wanting to do these for a while. I know I said I was going to be posting more, but then work kind of got in the way. But I just saw these released about 15 minutes ago and really wanted to talk about it. As you already probably can see from my few videos I have, Dark Magician is my favorite deck to play. And in the Megatins coming out in a couple weeks, Konami just announced new Dark Magician and Blue Eye support. Yeah, they didn't really need it, but nevertheless, I'm excited about it. They talked about Dragoon. We already kind of know that. That card's been announced for months, so I'm just going to kind of skip out on that one. Obviously, that's the best card from the tin coming out. But on to the three new ones. Now, I'll kind of get the two that I think aren't as good out of the way already, but the two that we have so far right now that I don't think are as good is Successor Soul, which isn't even technically Dark Magician or Blue Eye support, but obviously they're intending it to be. So with this card's effect, tribute one effect monster, then target one effect monster your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard, then special summon one level 7 or higher normal monster from your hand or deck. You can only activate one Successor Soul per turn. You can only attack with one monster during the turn you activate this card. It's okay. I mean, being able to summon from the deck, you know, if you're going second, I'm more speaking from a Dark Magician standpoint, since that's, you know, the deck I prefer. But I do have experience playing Blue Eyes. And, you know, being able to just, if you're going second, being able to just have a Rod on the field, activate this card, tribute the Rod, destroy a monster they have, and then summon out a Dark Magician. It's nice. It's also quick play. That's a benefit. I think what would make this card even better, though, is unlike the other two spells and traps that we got that actually have Dark Magician and Blue Eyes in the card name, this card's actually not searchable through any way. If this said, you know, something along the line with Blue Eyes or Dark Magician in it, so you could normal summon Rod, search this card from the deck, and then use it to tribute the Rod you just summoned, putting them in the graveyard to get material for later, you know, using that material, you know, when you trigger off, because you'll obviously have the Dark Magician on the field from this to go. I think it would have actually been a pretty interesting card, and actually I would have highly recommended it. As it is right now, again, it's cute, and the fact that, you know, it says, you know, then target one effect monster your opponent controls. Typically Dark Magician you want to go first, so they probably wouldn't have anything. It's not awful. Of the three new spells and traps, I think it's the middle ground one. It has its benefits. Like I said, if it had the name, though, I'd actually really highly recommend this. Going on to the next card right here. Continuous spell card, Strength and Unity. If you ritual or fusion summon using Blue Eyes, White Dragon, or Dark Magician, you can target one card your opponent controls or in their graveyard. Banish it. You can send this face-up card from the field to the graveyard, then target one level 7 or higher normal monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand, or shuffle it into the deck. You can only use each effect of Strength and Unity once per turn. This is the one I don't think is as good. I mean, it just seems kind of like a dead card if you don't really have as much you can do with it. I mean, sure, you know, both of them have fusion and ritual variants, so I mean, that's cute that it actually can work with both of those. But like, it's a DD Crow. You're playing a DD Crow, and then you can just use it to put a, for instance, Dark Magician back into your graveyard, or add it to your or from your graveyard, and then add it to your hand, or put it back in your, like, it's, I don't really see why you would want to put either of them back. I mean, I guess I will say between Blue Eyes and Dark Magician, it's better for Blue Eyes, I would say, because, you know, you can put the Blue Eyes back in your hand and then use like alternatives effect to reveal it and summon it. So I feel it's better for that, but even still, you're probably not going to see this card used in like any build, honestly. But the big one, oh man, this is the one I was excited for. Normal Trap Destined Rivals. If you control a Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dark Magician, negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls until the end of this turn. You can only activate one Destined Rivals per turn. This card is incredible. Not only is it, you know, essentially a Dark Ruler for your opponent's board without the whole they take no damage the turn you use it or any of that, but in both decks, obviously, super easy condition to meet. You know, you put these monsters out every turn, hopefully, and if you're not, then you need to kind of rebuild the deck a little bit. But being able to just stop these boards, you know, they can obviously respond to it, so it's not as good as Dark Ruler No More in that sense. But if it had that, I think if it had that and was a spell, yeah, oh my god. But the fact that this is searchable, you know, through like Rod for Dark Magician, you know, Circle, it has, you know, Inheritance if you're playing that. It has ways to get it out. Blue Eyes, I mean, you have so much draw power in that deck, you're bound to get it. I don't think it's as good in Blue Eyes, though, as unlike the other card, because, you know, being a trap, Blue Eyes, you want to just kind of get in there. They don't really run any traps in Blue Eyes builds. But for Dark Magician, I actually think this card is incredible. I think definitely a 1 of, like I said, it's searchable. As a 2 of, I could even see that. 3 would probably be a little cloggy, but this card's actually incredible. You know, other than Dragoon, which is going to be the chase card, you know, I doubt this card will be as expensive because, you know, you're really only splashing it, you know, in your own Dark Magician or Blue Eyes builds. But, you know, I think this is a card that, me personally, when that set comes out, I'm definitely going to look forward for a couple copies of this as well as my copies of Dragoon. And if I get the other cards, you know, cool, I'll definitely want to get those. And, you know, they'll probably be cheap if I don't pull any. But, you know, just like I said, Dark Magician is my favorite deck. Saw these, incredible. You know, I'm part of some Dark Magician groups myself. They're blowing up about it, you know, at least the trap. So overall, I think this is a pretty good, like, new cards to be put in. Again, I feel bad for kind of the archetypes that need it. I don't think Dark Magician or Blue Eyes needed this, but hey, I'm not complaining if my favorite deck got a new card. Anyway, that's it. Just wanted to throw that out. I guess also kind of saying this, funny foreshadowing this, I'm actually working on a big Dark Magician project myself. It's kind of why I haven't uploaded in a couple weeks. It's taking more time than just, you know, a simple box opening or deck profile. And I just don't want to be the guy that's just known for deck profiles. I think, you know, expanding your horizon, that really brings in the audience. But, so that's why I've kind of been on a little bit of a wait. But, you know, I thought this was a good time to be able to kind of talk about something that I'm actually really excited for this. You know, obviously when the tins come out, I'll have some of that. And, you know, it just kind of leans into that. And I guess, hey, like I said, face reveal. So, you know, even if my face doesn't look that good right now, I just kind of recently woke up. But anyway, that being said, guys, thank you. Hope you have a good night.